It hasn't started. It has started.
Yeah, started down. Alan again.
I'm Dave.
Say your real name.
The wizard. The Andros.
The Andros.
The Andros head.
Andros head.
Apparently.
You love it. You love the Andros
Amazing.
head. Right, so this is part 2.
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls. Dino Crisis. Dino Crisis.
Right, so I've written 3 things down here that I'm going to talk about.
Go on.
Final Fantasy 15. I said yesterday it was Xbox only, or 14. I can't remember which one I said. 14 came out 2 years ago. Everyone knows about that, obviously. So it got critically slated.
Yeah.
5.5 on IGN. And 15 is apparently a next gen title. It's going to be an MMO though.
Yeah. MMO.
According to the Square Enix CEO.
Boo.
I know.
No
Probably
one likes
subscriptions, I imagine, to make more money.
Well, Guild Wars 2 makes more money without being subscription based.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And also Call of Duty, I said I'd get how much it made. We'll get onto that later about games that made a lot of money. But it cost 15.5 million to make Modern Warfare 2.
Modern
so
Warfare
I imagine
2.
that most of them are around about the same price.
Or more.
Or more. So we were saying earlier that we think a AAA title is probably 10 million, in excess of $10 million.
Yeah, definitely.
US.
It's got to be over there.
Yeah, and earlier, well, I'm going to talk about Dark Souls 2. Because earlier we watched the trailer for Dark Souls 2 and it looks amazing.
It looks so
but
good.
Obviously it's not a gameplay trailer, so
It's not a game.
another topic we'll talk about later.
We'll
Look at
get
this.
onto that.
All those links.
Lining them up, mate.
Oh,
Lining them up.
Knocking them out of the park today.
I need to talk about something that I forgot to talk about yesterday, and that is that there is a game that needs your help. I'll put the link in the comment section and also in the description bit and on the Facebook. It's a game called Death Inc. By Ambient Studios, and they've got a Kickstarter. They've got 16 days left to go, probably 15 days by the time you listen to this. And they are making a game that looks awesome. It looks very, 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 very cool. There's you're deaf, and you have to infect everyone with the Black Death, with the bubonic plague, and you've got to kill people. It's like a real-time strategy game. Obviously, with a Kickstarter, they've got things like different tiers. So if you pledge £1 or more, you get something. Pledge £10 or more, you get an early bird discount of £15 for the game. If you pledge £25, again you get a early bird discount of £30. Yeah, and so on. 50 quid or more, you get the Wish You Were Here edition. Video envy of your friends. Receive a boxed copy of Death Inc., including the exclusive pack, custom Death Inc. playing cards, and stuff like that. But yeah, the more it looks like an awesome game, and it's made by a group of really, really cool people. So go check out the Kickstarter, even if you're not going to give them any money. Just check out the Kickstarter. They're also on Greenlight, I saw, on Steam as well. So yeah, they need your help. Click on the link down in the description. Even if it's just £1. Come on, let's help them make this game because it looks awesome. Cool. Right.
Next is game completion.
Game completion.
This topic came out more of a conversation that we had earlier today about whether we think that people actually even complete games anymore.
Yeah.
Or if you can complete games anymore. Or do you want to complete games anymore?
What's your definition?
What's my definition of completing something? There's like different stages to it. You've completed the single player campaign.
Yeah.
Whatever that may be. So in Skyrim it'll be doing the main quest and getting to the end.
That's
so
completing.
To speak. That's the first level of completion. So actually seeing what the developer intended for you to see.
Yeah.
Through that game. And then there's like the harder version of completion, or the hardcore version of completion, which is doing everything possible within the game that you possibly can. So finding all the little trophies hidden about, all the Easter egg things you can find, getting all of the collectibles, all the different characters if you're playing a fighting game.
Chatting to everyone
like
and
yeah, talking to everyone, getting all your side quests. Getting your side quest on. So like would be that spending 100+ hours on Skyrim, going to everyone's mum and asking them to find a cat. Like,
I got to on that game. I just got to the end, and was
is that you went for the easy mode?
It's gonna be fucked.
Not the Thieves Guild and.
No, I didn't
all
even join a
those.
guild. I had to join.
Oh, it's awesome.
Actually,
It's
no,
awesome.
I
Dark
had to.
Brotherhood's wicked.
I had to join a guild, and I forgot about it for ages. And then I had to go to this island and kill some ice things, and then come back.
Oh, that's the Stormcloaks.
I just couldn't be asked.
Yeah,
I just couldn't be. But I did it.
that's one of the main quests.
I did it in the end because I had to do it because otherwise the bloke wouldn't talk to me.
Yeah.
To put like, so I was like, oh man, yeah, that was rubbish. Yeah, I didn't enjoy that.
Awesome game.
But I'm halfway through Dawnguard and I just can't be bothered. I just can't be asked to complete that game. We were talking about like obscure completed games.
Yes. Yeah, mine's Lost Odyssey on Xbox 360. I have 100% everything on that game.
You got all the G.
Yeah, I love me a turn-based game.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got 1,500 gamer points on that, and got all of the stats and what have you, and all the level ups for all the immortal characters and things like that. It was a long grind, but I loved the game so much that I just did it.
I think that's why you do it, and that you love a game so much that you don't want it to end. So you have
Yeah.
to find everything you can.
Even though it's really mundane, a lot
Yeah.
of it was like, go and fight this monster somewhere, fight 20 of these monsters to get this one item,
Yeah.
and like, yeah, it helped that I had a strategy guide.
Oh, you had what, did you use a strategy guide while you were on your first playthrough?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
No, I didn't. I don't tend to do that. I also don't look at the gamer points a lot when I play a game the first time through.
Yeah.
I don't go like, because I feel like it tarnishes the experience.
Yeah. If that's what you're just playing it.
You just play it purely through, and you're not really going to try and max out on the first try. How about yours? What was your?
My one was 1080 snowboarding for the N64. I maxed that out, man. Because there were no cheats for it. There was not. You had to. Oh, it's like I got the Panda Head, the Crystal Clear, Crystal Rider Man. I unlocked everything, pretty much everything.
Yeah.
And that the beginning thing, that song, when you're choosing your skater, when you're choosing your snowboarders, always in my head.
Yeah.
Like when I think about 1080, it's like work your body, we'll work your body, work your body, we'll work your body. Oh, it just sticks in my head, and then
on repeat.
On repeat. But yeah, no, I love that game so much, and it's really weird because I normally hate those type of games.
It's a racing game in effect.
Yeah, it's a racing game in effect, pretty much. But there was more to it. I mean, the snowboarding, everything about, like easing off a bit and like turning your board sideways to get to the shortcuts, and just I just loved the feel of it. The feel of it was fucking amazing, and I could do a 1080 with a fucking. I could look at the screen and do a 1080.
The 20 combo.
Yeah, mate. It's
oh my goodness.
It's at least a 12 button combo for it.
Whilst you're in the air for
Whilst you're in the air.
really short amount of time,
I managed
you're
to do
meant
it.
to pull off a 1080 spin.
It was so good.
Yeah, and they didn't have game points back then.
They didn't have game points.
But people still completed games, so.
But I did. There was time attack. I completed all the time attack. Completed all the. I didn't use a guide, but it was in the official Nintendo magazine back when it used to be good. It had what you had to do to unlock the things.
Oh right.
So I used that because I really wanted to unlock it. But then again, back then you were spending 70 quid a game, so.
Indeed.
You were gonna. Do you know what I mean? You were gonna.
Well, I was paying 70 quid with the guide and the game, or whatever it was, whatever it worked out as.
Yeah.
60 quid.
60.
But for most, even the Final Fantasy games, I imagine that a lot of people listening to this also use strategy guides for them because there's so much stuff in them.
I know that
It's impossible to find every part.
Jamie did that. I remember he sat there with. He completed it ages ago, but then he sat down with. I think it was Final Fantasy X, with the most battered strategy guide I've ever seen. Like
those strategy, you get your money worth out of those.
Oh
strategy
yeah,
guides, definitely.
And he was going through it. He was going through it, trying to get it with the guide on his lap and the pad in his hand.
Yeah, well,
questing.
They do guides for things like Fable. It's like 8 hours of walking in a straight line. I don't know why you need the guide for that.
I like the first one. First one of that was well good.
Yeah, the second one had some good points, but there's some very, very light ones.
Why is there no strategy guide for Dark Souls?
I don't know. I've got a strategy guide. I got one with my.
Oh, you got a PDF, didn't you?
Because their wikis there. You don't need a strategy guide. Your strategy guide is the internet for that game.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't mind like a hardcover book. Actually, I wanted to check my one.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I would love a big hardcovered walkthrough guide for Dark Souls with pictures of all the bad guys.
Special edition.
That would be awesome. And if they just sold it in Japan, I would look on eBay to see if I could buy a copy.
I bet there's some well nice stuff in Japan.
Oh,
for that
like
game.
the collectible toys, I imagine, and that'd be so good.
I'm seeing if I got any special shit. I wanted to see. Where's my guide?
You got a little art book.
Oh, I've got a bonus making of.
Yeah, you got the same stuff.
Where is it then?
It's probably on the little card like my one.
I didn't get a little card. Mate, that's bullshit. Mate, I ain't
He's
happy.
actually looking at the stuff right now.
I
whilst
am
we're
not
doing the
happy.
podcast.
I'm not
It's
happy
not
about-
actually written down. Alan scrabbles about through his Dark Souls collection looking for a little card.
Mate, I
Is
want
that
to
a
make.
poster?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm jealous of that.
Mate, I want a making of. I might actually pause it because I'm really angry.
Go and pause it.
No, I won't. Hang on. Like, mate.
Look at him.
Mate, that's well a good poster though.
What is that? Oh, it's one oh, is that just the hero?
That's the
Just
hero.
isn't it?
Right, yeah. Amuse them while I find my DVD.
Yeah, okay. Wicked. So I wanted to talk a bit about whether people actually even complete games these days, because it's kind of a gripe that I have with games developers in general, that they don't release enough content for single player within the games. Like prime example is Call of Duty. All of the Call of Duties that have come out recently, even since Modern Warfare or Call of Duty 4, are about 6 hours on the normal difficulty, and the fact that publishers and developers think this is acceptable, and they use the moniker of it's an online game, so it's fine for them to skimp on the single player, and that really appalls me. If you're spending, like I said earlier, $15.5 million creating the game, you can't give a player even a 10 hour single player.
Yeah.
Some people want to play these games for single player, or if you go away to a mate's and you don't have an internet connection, you might want to play through the single player on it. But 8 hours or 6 hours of running up corridors, in effect,
Yeah.
running to the next explosion, as I like to say,
Yeah.
is just a poor attempt, and I think
I find
it's a bad trend
I find that
that
boring.
more developers are doing. It's really sad.
It's just more spectacle, isn't it? More.
Oh yeah, they spend all their budget putting an exploding helicopter landing in the middle of like New York or Washington in the case of Modern Warfare 2.
I always find it really boring, like on those things. I'm just really, really, really bored. But
And
I'm so angry, by the way. I'm sorry. I can't get
I
over
know.
that. I cannot get over that. I really.
it's like the Steam incident earlier.
But the thing is, I bought this from work, and I'm really angry. I'm really, really, really.
He's running
angry.
about.
I'm not happy.
I'll carry on talking to you. It's fine. Yeah. Whereas you get games.
Oh, sorry, I found it.
Oh, it's a second disc behind the first one. Wow.
2
It
disc.
looked really hard there.
2 disc.
So we'll be watching that later. Yeah. I haven't actually seen it.
Yeah, and we're watching that.
We'll
later.
watch that later. Some
Yeah.
some Japanese people making the game seem better because they're Japanese names, as we said
Right.
yesterday.
Hang on, I could breathe now. I'm really hot because I'm
Are you
so
shaking?
angry. I'm really. I
Yo,
was.
have one of the cigarettes. Come on.
Oh yeah. Where's my
Calm
finger?
yourself down. Calm yourself down.
I was,
I'll
I
keep
was-
talking to the people.
In my head, I was like, I'm walking into work tomorrow, and I'm gonna be like, where the fuck is my disc?
And then
Where's
look in the
my-
box and it's behind the other one. Oh,
Where's my
didn't
soundtrack?
think to look at that with a 2 in the door.
Oh man, yeah. Give me a
Yeah.
second.
So I don't know what everyone listening to this thinks about it or thinks it is acceptable that Call of Duty here you go 6 hours of the same story over and over again.
I was talking to you about this. So, most people don't play it, do they? What we're saying.
The single player, yeah,
What are you saying? They
they pay £50 for a game
and they just want to
and
play
it's got
online.
no single player to speak of really,
Yeah.
and they just play online.
I still can't make it through Black Ops 2. I'll try.
Yeah,
I just can't be
but
bothered.
that's what I'm saying.
Mm.
What gives them an excuse to release such poor hashed together single player? Do you think it's two separate companies within the actual developers that do it? One
I
does
think-
multiplayer, one does single player.
Is that what they do? I don't know if there's two. Is there 2 teams?
I don't know, maybe.
There probably
If I was
is.
them, I'd do that.
Oh yeah, I think there is. Normally there is, isn't there, on games? They have a. Normally they outsource it though. Like, I don't really.
Colonial Marines.
I know, I-
Let's try not to talk about. We
trying
might
to-
mention Colonial Marines later again.
I'll try not to talk about Colonial Marines.
We watched a lot of stuff on Colonial Marines. Last
It's
night.
interesting though. It is interesting to see
Yeah.
how it's. But we won't.
We
Yeah.
got so annoyed about having to put aliens pictures up on the other podcast. We're still talking about it.
But yeah, they had someone. They outsourced it.
But they're a single player game that do an 8-hour campaign. I don't get that. Like, just I know a lot of people say it costs a lot of money to go to the cinema for an hour
Yeah.
or 2 hours for a tenner, but I think if you're paying £40 out on the game, 8 hours of entertainment is not nowhere near enough.
No.
No, and I understand the multiplayer argument for Call of Duty, but it needs to have at least some service to people that don't have an internet connection.
Like I can't play the multiplayer because I don't have a good enough internet connection. So the single player, the bit where they try, but the thing is they try and do things new. Like they've got those missions where you're in like a self-contained thing. It's like a tactical mission. Have you seen them?
No.
It's really weird. Like you're in control of, like you've got an overview map and
Is
you're
it like XCOM in a way?
kind of like XCOM, and you've got like you could like a little fat 8080 thing, and then you've got like these.
Not from Star Wars.
Yeah,
That
like
would be awesome.
those ones, those little fat ones. They're called claws. They look like fat 8080s.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. That's awesome.
They got them, and you're in control. I'll show you it later, actually. But they've got, you have like 2 or 3 squads, and then people attack, and you've got to defend an objective. And you can order them to go there. You can do the whole thing just looking through the security camera, like just go there, or you can jump into any soldier.
Or Ghost Recon.
Yeah,
Ghost Recon do that as well, don't they?
you could do it like that. But
Which is a wicked game. I Future Soldier I really enjoyed.
they've got
Although
that
I
at
waited
work.
forever to get it because it got delayed, like all those other games.
I've never picked it up. It's at work for
It's
like
cheap.
£10.
Like, yeah, you're not going to get a lot of play though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
It's like most games. Like, I imagine Vanquish I'll probably be able to complete in 8 hours.
but you pay £5.
But I pay £5. That's fine.
So
That's fine. That is when it becomes better than the cinema.
this is the thing also that we don't really touch on. But I don't have a 3DS anymore. But they've got like eShop titles, and there's like games like Gunman Clive, which are $2, like two.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what it is in like £2, like about £3, £3.
How
think
many
it is.
dollars is that?
I know it's in America it's $2.
Just half it.
No, but over here it's more.
It's probably
like,
£7. Right?
Yeah, it's about £2-3.
Right.
And I think it's about 2 hours long.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's like Mega Man.
Oh right.
But yeah, but that's what's good about the digital games is that you pay for what you.
Well, Xbox and PSN do the same thing with their online networking. Like, as far as like with the indie games and the arcade games, you pay a lot less money, but a lot of them have got as much effort as some of the single players in your AAA titles.
Yeah.
So like Bastion, the thing I was talking about the other day.
Yeah.
You can. That's like 10 hours.
I picked it up for
And that's-
£2.50.
I think it's 1,200 Microsoft points, so it's £8.
That's quite a lot, but still, that's quite good for a game.
And I've got a lot of replay value
Mm.
as well. As an example.
I paid £2.50 for that on the Steam sale. Yeah, it's good. I like it.
Yeah. The problem with the Microsoft point system is that they have to set them at certain levels.
Yeah.
Like 560, 800, 1200 really are your general thing. So
yeah.
a lot of the titles go in at 1,200 Microsoft points. They do sales and so on, like Steam do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's not at all about convenience.
But no, but we're talking about the longevity of it. Like
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to be paying like a lot of money, but like, I don't know, like the £24, £30 range always seems about right to me.
Yeah, I think when Call of Duty, I think it was Modern Warfare 2, took roll the dice at £50 for a game.
Yeah.
I think they were like the first ones to go, or maybe we can get a little bit more out of them.
But that's the thing.
50 quid now.
People will buy it.
People were paying 40 quid,
Yeah.
and I think £40 for an Xbox game, that's fine. And you think £40 Xbox game, £30 PC game. That's normally
That's not. Yeah.
when
that's
they get
not-
released. That's the same. But now you're talking 50 and 40. What's going to happen next year is going to be 60 and 50,
Yeah.
and then 70 and 60.
We
Back to the days of N64, like you were saying, where you paid £60 plus for a game.
because you had the new technology of it. You had the new
Yeah, but-
technology of the thing, will also help bump up the cost
Yeah,
of the game, and it costs more to make. Obviously, the silicon graphic chip and the
yeah.
and the copper that they used in the cartridges and the silicon they used in the cartridges did bump up the price of that. But it's still with new technology. It was still going to cost more,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what's going to happen in the next gen. It's going to cost
The
more.
consoles will cost 700 quid. And
I mean, That's
and the
why
games will cost so
when
much
you were
more.
like saying that 300 quid for a console is quite a lot
Wii U. we're talking
for
about
Wii
now.
U, yeah. When this is its third month that it's been out.
Yeah.
£300 for a new console.
When you were saying the PS3 was 600.
It was £600 when it first came
And
out.
the Xbox was probably 400.
Xbox about
Was it about the
400,
same as the Wii U?
450, wasn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
So the Wii U. Don't forget that £300. You get a game. You get a 40 quid game.
Yeah. Which game is it?
You get Nintendo Land. So if you take the fact that you get Nintendo, you don't take Nintendo Land out of that, you're paying 260 for a 32 gig
Yeah.
premium console.
That's a memory. It's 32.
32, yeah. You can upgrade that
obviously.
with anything. You can upgrade it with any hard drive.
I mean, unfortunately, my only experience playing the Wii U was earlier in HMV, when I couldn't hear the sound of
Yeah,
the
the
Rayman.
Oh, I really
It
wanted
looks
you
cool.
to. I
It looks
really,
cool.
really, really wanted you to play that and listen to that music because it was so good. Like you have to jump in time with the music and press. It's like a rhythm game. Like it's not all the games. The game's not all like that. It's just certain levels,
Sorry.
and it's really, really cool.
So I can't. My judgment's still out.
But it
That's
was
what I
it's so good when it's like it's Black Betty, Ram Jam,
Yeah.
Black Betty, and you have to do it's so good. You get to play it now anyway on your fucking Xbox because it's not a Wii U exclusive anymore.
I probably won't.
You should.
I probably won't buy Rayman.
Yeah, no. Rayman Origins
I'm not going to lie.
Rayman
Rayman
Origins.
40 quid isn't going to go to Rayman.
Oh, no. Just wait till it goes on sale for 20.
Yeah. That leads us nicely into our next topic, which is top selling games or
Top selling games.
games that have sold a lot. Because we talked about that. I touched on that yesterday with Modern Warfare and Call of Duty making a lot of money. So we thought we'd have a little look at what games have sold a lot of money or made a lot of money.
You've written them down, haven't you? Hang on, I've got them
I've
here
written
as
them
well.
there, but we've got a list.
Where's the list? Oh, do you want to do this list?
We'll do this list.
Right, this is actual money, isn't it? Like how much
This is how much they've made.
individual games, certain games, and how much they've made.
All platforms, in the case of some of the titles.
So I'll read out the title and what it's for,
Yeah.
and then you say
How much it's worth.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Okay, so number 10, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, multi-platform.
Yeah,
That's pretty much on
that
everything.
made $700 million.
700
That was
million.
the Call of Duty 4, 2007 that was.
So that's on PC, Xbox, PlayStation 3, and Wii. That was on.
Yes. Yeah, it was.
Okay, this one, The Sims. Although I think is that The Sims 3?
That
is
was
this-
in 2000, yeah. Is that long ago?
Okay, The Sims at number 9.
That was $740 million. It's because of all the add-ons they do for Sims
Yeah,
games.
it's the
They do
add-ons.
like Sims IKEA edition, and how many have you got in at your shop?
Katy Perry, Seasons,
Oh my goodness! Like
Pets.
you get Katy Perry round,
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
her around for a cup of tea.
Yeah, but around. No,
Speaking in Sims,
She has like stupid clothes and stuff. You've got
Katy Perry just
clothes.
in real life.
Just Katy Perry clothes. But this one, I don't get that though. So number 10, you've got Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which is a standalone game. How can you just have a Sims?
That
From
says The
2000.
Sims 3 at the bottom of that picture. Though.
Yeah, but it says from 2000. You
Maybe
can't-
that's the first Sims.
That's a series. You got.
The
All
first
right.
game was called The Sims. The first Sims.
So
game.
is that what it's talking about? The
Yeah, it
Sims?
must be.
It's just the pictures confuse
Yeah.
me. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so at number 8, Modern Warfare 2. That was multi-platform.
Yeah, $780 million. So far, we've got over $1 billion for Call of Duty in 2 games.
That's a lot of money. So at number 7, Gran Turismo 3, which was PlayStation exclusive. Yeah.
It is PlayStation 3 exclusive. $850 million.
That game came out in 2001.
Yeah, 5's the one. Remember? It looks well good, doesn't it? Those graphics are good.
Really?
PS2, I think so.
Is that PS2?
It's PS2.
Oh mate, yeah, that looks spot on.
Yeah,
That looks really nice.
yeah.
Okay, new.
They
Super-
also did a like the demo game for that one as well. A spec. That's Gran Turismo 3 A spec, and they did like the Gran Turismo prologue for that.
the demo that
Or
you have to
4.
pay for.
No, it's 4 they did it for.
The demo you have to pay for.
Yeah. This game doesn't seem to be complete. No. Sorry, sir. You spent 20 quid on the demo.
And you can't have your money back. So number 6, New Super Mario Brothers for the Wii. Actually, that title is New Super Mario Brothers Wii. So New Super Mario Brothers Wii at number 6,
$1.2 billion.
and that's not multi-platform. That's for one console,
Yeah.
one title. It came out in 2006. 1.2 billion.
Mario just slapping other games in the face.
Of course he is.
Man, he's that. Still unbelievable, isn't it?
This next one's unbelievable.
I know.
Right. Okay.
Was it
so
because it was the only game out at the time that took advantage of the whole Wii?
this one
It was with a controller, which a lot of people did.
This
buy.
one did come with a controller, yeah.
People might have already guessed it.
So this one at number 5 is Wii Play for the Wii.
$1.25 billion.
Mate.
More than New Super Mario Brothers Wii.
Mate.
More than Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
I think the controller helped with that.
Yeah, yeah, right, I know. I
Okay.
sold a lot of them. We never had any of them in when I worked at
Yeah.
Game Station. Never had any.
Right, so at number 4 is Grand Theft Auto 4 2008. And what was this on?
PS3,
PS3.
360. It was
PS3,
the first Grand Theft
360
Auto
and
not to
PC.
be exclusive.
Yeah, PS3, Xbox and PC.
Yeah,
This
that was
was
a
on.
mental launch. I worked that night, midnight.
So this number 4,
$1.35 billion.
1.35 billion. Man.
Apparently it cost $100 million to make.
Did it?
Despite
Oh, yeah.
an estimated production cost of $100 million for a game.
100 million.
When we were saying about 10 million was a AAA game, that's mental.
Mate.
They still made a profit though.
Of course he did. Look at
They're
that.
laughing.
Fucking hell.
I
Right.
wonder how many. I reckon the new one beat that.
Right, this one. Number 3, Mario Kart for the Wii.
Which beat Grand Theft Auto. $1.4 billion. That's just on the Wii. That's not the N64 version. That's not the SNES version. That's not the GameCube.
That's just Mario Kart Wii.
That is Mario Kart Wii. That's Mario again. That's over 3 billion or 2.5 billion that he's made in the top 5
Fuck.
so far.
Right, and okay, at number 2, Call of Duty Black Ops, which was multi-platform. That's available on everything, including the Wii.
And the DS?
No, that was
Was it a DS game?
it was on the DS, but that was a different type of
This is 1.5 billion US dollars.
1.5 billion.
Yeah, that's
Which, if you take into that, was beaten by 1 point of a billion.
yeah.
1 point of a billion.
Only
Only, yeah.
a minuscule amount.
But yeah, don't forget that's multi-platform. That's 4.
Yeah.
That's 4 consoles that was out on.
Uh-huh.
4.
Remember who owned Activision when that was released?
Who did own it?
Was Activision owned by Xbox at that time?
Was that Microsoft at that point? Probably.
Well, Modern Warfare 3 definitely was.
Yeah.
And then
And then number 1,
the big boy.
World of Warcraft.
What everyone wants to be and why we're going to get too many MMOs and it's going to annoy me because no one wants to play online only games.
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft, yeah, 10 billion
$10
10
billion dollars.
and going up because no one gets rid of their subscription.
Yeah,
They pay their £6 a month and don't even notice, like I did for a while.
10 million copies to date. That is insane.
Yeah, wow, well done Blizzard. You don't have to release another game ever.
Yeah,
Or you know what you could do? You could actually make Diablo 3 good.
Diablo 3 good.
Yeah, I don't want to. You haven't played it, obviously.
I haven't played it. It's still 40 quid at work.
It was the quickest and highest selling PC game.
Yeah, because it's how many years is it in development?
Too many.
It was a lot, wasn't it?
15 years or something.
My friend Robbie, or what's it? So Hellkite. I can't remember. That's his YouTube thing. I might put a link actually for his channel in our description. He hates that game. Honestly,
Why?
he hates Diablo 3.
Has he played it?
Yeah, he won't even take it down.
How many hours?
He won't even touch it. He won't even take it downstairs. If you give it to him, to be like,
Well,
go
is
put it
is
on
he
the
the one
shop
that
floor.
was slagging off the Wii U as well at your work?
No, that's someone
Okay,
else.
that's right. Then.
No, he's got a Wii U. He's the one that did those videos.
Oh yeah.
Those
of course.
videos for Monster Hunter.
Yeah. So
Um,
I can't tie him with the same brush as that person.
No, he
It's
yeah.
good. It's good. All right. Okay.
You like Diablo 3?
I do.
I don't know anything
Diablo
about it.
3. For what it's worth, I'm not going to go into the massive details about it because this isn't the time. I really enjoy. I mean, I have 3 characters on that are sadly enough 80 hours plus each. That's a lot of hours, right? I know, right? Me and 2 mates played it co-op non-stop for like 2 months. Yeah, I know. I'm like a World of Warcraft player in that respect, and I
Is it a
loved it.
subscription?
So no,
No,
it's online only,
Yeah,
so you can't not be offline. It's Mac and PC,
yeah,
which is why I played it because I have a Mac and I couldn't play any other game.
yeah.
And yeah, we just hack and slash. So it's very short. The story's crap. The gameplay is awesome for it.
Yeah.
There is no support for the game, and it has been patched so many times. It's got to the point where I can't play it.
Is it buggy?
It was originally. They fixed a lot with patches, but I would say, like, we're coming back to the, is it worth the money? I paid 30 quid for it, and
Yeah.
I've got that many hours out of it.
That's a lot of hours.
You know,
That is.
it's ridiculous.
It's quite impressive.
Yeah, and
How many hours is the actual game to complete though?
not that many. It's like,
So how
it
much
goes
do you
up in
do?
difficulty, right? And you to get the best items in the game, it's just an item finding game. It's like, me and my mates call it the quest for new trousers.
The
That's
question
an eternal quest for new trousers. Better things, better items. It's just an item hunt game, but the gameplay is so addictive and you don't have to concentrate
Yeah.
that you just do it and find new items and stuff. So
There's no expansions for it. No.
Not yet, no. They announced an expansion last year, but that probably won't be out till the end of this year, if not next year.
Mate, that's crazy.
Yeah.
The thing is, I've always seen it. I see it at work, and it looks cool. But I do hear a lot of people saying they don't like it.
Yeah, I can understand why.
Like Robbie, he's just disgusted by it. But this is a guy. I don't know if this means
Blizzard
anything.
getting more money.
He loves Guild Wars 2. He plays Guild Wars 2.
Okay, yeah.
And Monster Hunter. He
They're very
fucking
different.
loves Monster Hunter.
So, Guild Wars 2 is probably more closely linked to World of Warcraft in the fact that it's an MMO, whereas Diablo's not anything like
But you don't have to pay for it.
that. No, you don't have to play for Diablo.
Do you need another beer?
Yes, please. I know, I don't want this to be dead air, so what should I talk about? Oh, we went through a list of series as well that sold the most units or shipped the most units, and I found it interesting that out of the 5 lists, 8 lists that I've got,
Yeah.
most of them are Mario. 40. So the most selling title on any console ever was Super Mario Brothers
Yeah.
on the NES.
On the net, yeah, but don't forget that was a new. That's a really interesting story about that actually, and I didn't go into it. You know, when I did my
Your little
my
evolution
little
of Mario.
Evolution of Mario video, I didn't go into it, and I should have. Nintendo was struggling. They had arcade machines, and no one wanted to play them. They were bollocks. No one wanted them.
Yeah.
And then they decided to go into the home console market when the Atari was out, and it was called the gaming crash. Like, the companies were losing money. The dream was over for console gaming. No one wanted it, and it was losing so much money. The Atari was just pretty much just losing so much money, and it was just pretty much suicide to have released the console at that time.
Mhm.
When Nintendo couldn't find a store in America for them to take it, they didn't want it. No one wanted a store. They found one store in New York to take the NES.
The NES.
And they were like, fine, yeah, we'll take it. We'll take a couple of copies, a couple of units, and the word spread like wildfire from that one store. It just boomed. It just went crazy, and that's why we have consoles now. We would have been years behind if that hadn't happened. And we've got.
For that actual
What is
game,
it?
shipped 40 million units.
40 million units in that year. Yeah.
I mean, having that story, that's astounding.
But to date, it's 446.53 million copies of Super Mario.
That's Mario.
That's
not even Super Mario. That's
just Mario. That's just Mario.
So I imagine that includes like the golf and the Mario tennis.
Yeah.
And all of those side projects that he has going on.
And the
He's a
Super
busy
Mario,
man.
the Super Mario ones, which is the core,
The side-scrolling.
the side-scrolling one, is 275.73 million copies.
Wow.
And then Pokemon since 1996, 219.28 million copies.
Despite having Trubbish.
Despite
They're
having
still
Trubbish
Still doing strong.
with fucking nutty shit Pokemon. And then you got the Wii, which
Which is, as the console, I think.
no, this isn't the console. This is the Wii series. So it's like Wii Fit, Wii Play, Wii Fit is 192.76 million copies.
Yeah, they match up really well with what we said were the top selling games as well.
Well, the top of
So
them
you've
is
got-
1, 2, 3, 4. It's four of them are Nintendo. The top 4 are Nintendo.
Yep.
You've got Tetris.
I still wish they'd do a Pokemon that was like Monster Hunter though.
Yeah, that would be good.
I just don't think they were there for a while.
No,
So-
it's a handheld game.
Yeah.
It's a console
Rock,
game.
paper, scissors
not a
the
console
game. I love it.
Yeah. Do you remember Alex Kidd?
Water beats fire.
Do you remember Alex Kidd?
Yeah. The
Where
final boss.
boom, 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 and he goes whoop, 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 and you had to beat
Lost
the
on
boss.
yeah.
You had to beat the boss in fucking Rochambeau.
Yeah.
Mate, that game was well good.
Yeah.
Mate, I want to play Alex Kidd. I really...
Not right now.
No, not right now. I fucking love Alex
Sorry,
Kidd.
Alan's away playing Alex Kidd.
Alex Kidd. Oh, when you got the bike from the shop. I don't know why I'm playing with
I
the
spent
bike.
a lot of hours playing Paperboy as well when I was younger.
Paperboy, mate, that was well good game.
Wellard as well.
And James
Chased by
Pond.
a dog.
Do you remember James Pond? James Pond.
I had the
Was it Robocod?
I had the James Bond game on Mega Drive and played that still.
Did
It was
you?
like Live and Let Die or something?
Did you not have James Bond Jr.?
No.
Mate, James Bond Jr. It was a cartoon. It was fucking well good. And there was a game of
Sounds amazing.
Mate, it was so good. I had a
I'll see a
toy.
gameplay video later on YouTube.
I had a toy of James Bond Jr. It's ginger. I don't know why, but I had James Bond Jr. Right, he had a
Gingers
gun.
need all the help they can get.
Yeah. No, he had a gun, right, and he clipped this suitcase over the gun, and he just had it by his side, and he
Nice.
pressed his button, and it
Nice.
flicked it up, and the suitcase
Wow.
flew off, revealing the gun.
Awesome.
Mate, that was well good.
Awesome.
Back in the day when you could actually have
Good.
guns with toys.
Yeah.
What else have we got now?
Well, we're going to talk about gameplay videos.
Oh yeah,
Halfway through, cool.
this is what we're going to talk about. Alien Colony Marines.
Well, I wanted to say about Final Fantasy. That's
Yeah.
what gave me the idea for this little chat. Was we were looking at the Final Fantasy 15
Tech
gameplay
demo.
village,
The
the
tech
tech demo of it. That apparently, according to Square Enix, it was at E3 last year, I think,
Yeah.
it was like a gameplay footage video, and if you've seen this video, I don't believe it to be
What do you
gameplay
mean?
footage.
Is it like not someone's not playing the game, but it's
No,
the
they said that's
in-game-
what it's gonna look like.
It's the in-game engine running.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like this is what it's going to look like. It's like, no, I really don't think so.
I reckon it could but then the thing is though that could be running off like 5 PCs piggybacked together.
Yeah, it could be the engine. They're probably not lying saying this is the engine we're going to use for next gen.
Yeah.
This is what we're going to use, but it's not going to look anything like this.
I think
Because it's a high res video. We spent millions and millions of dollars making.
I think it depends how clever you're going to be on using the engine. Like a lot of people think, this is what I always say when people think, oh, the graphics on the new Xbox and the new PlayStation are going to be absolutely insane. It's going to be absolutely crazy.
They'll be the same.
They'll be the
It'll
same.
look the same as now.
Like, The Last of Us looks stunning. The thing is, you're not going to be able to tell the difference between, I can't remember what podcast it is, but they were talking about it. They said, right, so you're playing a boxing game, the new Fight Night. You are not going to tell the difference between an animated high-res texture of sweat dripping down a boxer's face to a fully polygon bead of sweat dripping down someone's face.
Yeah.
You're not. Your eyes can only take in so much. You're not going to tell the difference. Like, oh my god, this ain't next gen. That bead of sweat isn't even rendered. It's just a texture.
Yeah.
It's just an animated texture. Oh, that blade of grass is just textures. It's not. It's just a high definition sprite. You're not going to fucking know the difference.
Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely. I think with a lot of us saying we've been saying all these next gen titles for many reasons, like Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
Because you were saying about you can fit all of the Grand Theft Auto games into it,
And then some.
and
yeah.
then some more. That to me is what makes it next gen. Not
Yeah.
it's going to be like you're watching a film while you play, although the graphics do look stunning from the video.
But
You're not watching a film. It's not like watching two blokes talking in real life. You're
Yeah.
never going to get that in gaming. I really doubt that will happen.
But why would you want that?
I know.
Why would you
Well,
want?
escapism is what gaming is about.
Yeah, exactly. So I kind of like in Grand Theft Auto that they don't. That it's like the thing is that the only thing that matters in I think with terms of graphics is lighting. Lighting.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, you could take like some old. I swear to God, if you took an old N64 game and gave it real world lighting, it would look stunning. Even with those low res textures, I think that would look fucking well good.
Blocky hands.
Blocky hands.
Just
yeah.
they're really well shadowed.
Yeah, they're
Which is
really-
important. Look at the shadow on that blocky hand. Wow, that looks real.
No, but obviously
Next gen.
textures. They need HD textures and that. But it does. It's just lighting. You know, like soft lighting. I mean, if you play the new, not the new one, but the redone Ocarina of Time on the 3DS, where they retextured it, and they've also done new lighting. It looks stunning. It looks amazing. It looks like what you remember.
Yeah, I've heard. My friend's got a 3DS and he said it's awesome.
It looks good. It just
Like,
I
even
mean,
the water temple,
yeah,
which is very strange.
no, because they retextured that where they put pretty much they painted on the wall level 1. Go down here.
Is that's bad? I
Look,
don't want that.
mate.
I want water temple to make me want to cry.
The thing is, no, it's still hard, but it's not all one colour, and it's not
Yeah.
like
Where am I going?
Like-
Up or down or?
it makes it a lot
Leave
easier.
it
It does make it a lot easier. Not. It makes it easier to navigate to know where you are.
But the whole thing about Lion brings us on to our Colonial Marines because we haven't talked about it for about 3 minutes.
Fucking Colonial Marines.
So we watched last night as well a video on YouTube about the difference between the demo and the actual game.
Yeah.
That last year E3 they said this is actually a gameplay video. This is what the game will look like. This is the engine you'll be running. This is the AI. This you'll be this guy going through these levels.
Yeah.
And they did a comparison. These two guys, can't remember. I don't know what their names are, but between that and the actual game that got released.
Yeah. And
it was the PC version they were talking about.
Yeah. Well, it's just crazy though. It is crazy to see the difference because the demo version looks fucking well good. I want to play that game. That's the game that I want to play.
Yeah, it looked awesome.
There's soft lighting. There's really high dynamic lighting. It was just like looked better, didn't it? Like with the explosions, when they show when that guy chucks that grenade and then there's that big explosion.
Oh, it's terrible.
And it looks like an N64 game. Oh man.
It's sad to see that they feel like they need to go out of their way to show videos like this to make everyone excited about a game and then not deliver.
I'm gonna put a link to that video in the thing. I'm not gonna put it on here.
No.
But I'll put a link down on the bottom and please watch it because it's really interesting. And also he uses the word wobbly dickhead.
Wobbly dickhead.
Wobbly dickhead. We get this wobbly dickhead.
And it shocked me. I didn't even really think. I was like, I want to play that game. That's the game I want to play. Those aliens look awesome. And then they show the actual gameplay footage, which is just...
Even the script of it though, wasn't it? Like
the when he picks up the person and like she flips them off.
He goes, are you okay? He goes, how many fingers am I holding up? And then he just flips in the bird, and it's like, mate, that's fucking well cool.
Yeah,
and
that's what we want.
It's not even
in the game. And the whole tunnel scene,
the corridor where you have to set up the sentry.
Shows it. It's just a little gun moving about and no aliens.
And no aliens. Mate, I fucking hate that game. I hate that game so much.
It annoys me. I haven't even got it.
You haven't even got it.
To be fair, today I did see it pre-owned in CEX for 38 quid, the limited edition. I bet someone was well disappointed.
Mate,
I bet they pre-ordered that ages before as well.
I had to sell that game to people as well, like giving them telling them how good the guidebook was. I was like, mate, you need to get
the guidebook.
I was like, you need to get commendations, mate, to get so you can level up your gun and all that. And it's fucking well good. Honestly, I reckon some people hate me. They fucking hate me.
There's a picture of you on the dartboard.
I'll tell you what though, if there's no managers about and we're not checking that KPI on that game, I would straight up tell you that it's bollocks. If someone we got this game, it's
buy this instead.
A lot of people come in
different. Metro 2033. I'm going to shout out to that game. That is awesome.
I still need to pick that up.
It is amazing.
I still need to play it. Is it scary?
Yeah,
I probably won't play
it. In a little, not as bad as Dead Space.
Alright.
Though Dead Space.
Mate, fucking Dead Space.
It's not Amnesia though, is it?
Not Amnesia.
Yeah, Metroid 2033, and they're doing this sequel.
Yeah,
which looks.
It's a Russian studio. Right?
Yep.
But there's you know the Game of Thrones game.
Mm-hmm.
It's £20 pre-owned. £20 pre-owned. People just keep trying to buy it at the shop.
Are you like no?
I'm like, don't buy this game. I'm like, don't buy this game. It's not what you think it is.
I've already owned the DVDs. Go and buy another copy of the DVDs. Yeah. Don't buy this game.
I've got to the point where I'm like, I'm just going to take this case off the shelf, and I've tucked it behind the thing, so no one. But it finds its way back out. But every time someone comes up to buy, I'm like, don't spend 20 quid on this game pre-owned because it's fucking shit. But they still try.
And Saw the game. That's another one. It's all in that same. Thing.
You met my mate Nick? Big Nick.
Yes.
He fucking loves that game.
What?
He loves Saw. He loves Saw that game.
Does he love the films?
Yeah, I think so. I
love it when the guy gets tortured.
Really? But he loved Manhunter as well though. I remember watching him play Manhunter. I know, I never understood that.
Why are games published like this?
He was like that. He was like, watch, I'm going to hide in the shadows. And he hid in the shadows. Literally like a dark spot on the floor and these NPCs just walking by How can you not see that bulky big bloke? Like, oh, it was
This
just.
pig mask.
I fucking hated that game. They were like, oh, I got banned. Good.
Did you play Condemned?
Oh, me and Kezzy have got a story about Condemned.
Did you cry?
I can't talk about it because I want to save some Kezzy stories
Awesome.
because yeah,
To be continued in
to
the
be
future.
continued for that one.
Condemned.
I need to save that one for Kez.
So anyway, our roundabout way of talking about gameplay videos. Not really at all. Talking about crap games that you shouldn't buy. My view of what a gameplay video is when at E3 there's a guy on stage and he's got a controller
Yeah,
and he's got a console there and you can physically see him playing the game behind him.
but that's what
Like
he did
moving it.
with the Colonial Marines. There
Yeah.
was someone playing it. There was
Wow.
actually someone playing it. So what happened between?
What,
them
yeah,
and-
where did that go? Where did that game go? Did the other studio go, oh, do you know what, I can't be bothered?
Oh, this-
They just went, oh, let's make that a bit brighter. An Aliens game. We'll make that a bit brighter.
we'll take that bit out.
Yeah, they
No,
don't
don't
need
worry
that.
about that bit.
We want to sell it to more people.
There's too many
What
explosions
age
going
rating
on
is
there.
it? 18.
It's an 18.
So then keep the stuff.
No, I don't.
Have the lighting.
It's stupid. It's just stupid. I know we keep talking about that game, but it's just fucking fascinating. It's just fascinating.
It's a really
seeing-
good case study in what not to do with the game. I think that's maybe why we've talked about it more. I don't think we did say a good word about it in the podcast. We said the environments were good.
The environments are good, and the noise and the sounds.
Yeah.
Um,
But other than that, don't buy it. Watch the videos on YouTube. Angry Joe review.
Angry Joe. I used to hate that dick, but he's quite funny.
Dressed up as a Colonial Marine as well.
No,
You
it
can
just
imagine he went to the shop buying it.
no.
like
That's
that,
what it
wasn't he?
says, isn't it? It says he's really pissed off. And like the little thing comes out, he goes really pissed off because he bought the costume ready for this review before he played the game.
Amazing.
He went out and bought a pulse rifle and a costume.
That's a good shout anyway.
And if you need an excuse to go out and buy a replica pulse rifle, we'll be like, yeah. I'd want a blank fire in one though. I'd just sit there and be like, although you'd never get that sound.
Cobra Commander.
Cobra Commander.
Watch the Angry Joe Colonial Marines review.
It's long. It
because
is long, but it's
it's
wild
a very
funny.
long review.
Get out of
But
the fucking way, O'Neill.
it does highlight a lot of what we say as well.
Yeah, it's a proper review. So go watch the Angry Joe one because it's wild funny.
Yeah.
What else we got?
We've got what game device what game / device will we take back to show our past selves?
Oh, right? Okay, how old are we? How old? What now?
I would say when you first started getting into games, really. I'm going to say when I had an N64, so 14-year-old.
So you'd be
14-year-old
fine.
you.
14-year-old
Were you playing
me.
games when you were 14?
Yeah. Well, what year would it have been when I was 14?
Well, how old are you?
28.
So you're 2 years older than me. So, I don't know, 98.
98.
Yeah.
Oh
about
man, that was a
time.
good year for gaming.
About that time.
That was a good year for gaming. That was Ocarina of Time, mate. 2000.
2000 was when I
1998.
was playing.
1998 was Ocarina of Time. Christmas.
I think I was playing GoldenEye around there.
Christmas morning, mate. That's what that was for me. Christmas
Yeah.
morning, waking up.
I got for Christmas with the N64. I got Zelda and GoldenEye.
Do you know what I do?
How good are things?
That's fucking wicked. Like you ain't played Majora's Mask. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Which came out in 2000. But okay, right.
I did just shrug my shoulders.
You did. Yeah.
You won't see that, but
Shrug. I'd take back a 3DS with a remake of Ocarina of Time.
how did you feel about? Oh, you take that back now.
I'd take that. I'd take
I
that
thought
back.
you said you took. To be fair, you did take your 3DS back, and you hadn't had a chance to get Ocarina of Time in real life.
What do you mean? I had Ocarina.
And to the shop.
No, I had it.
Oh, did you?
I had it. Yeah.
You played it and went, oh.
No, I played it and loved it.
Okay.
I mean,
You
yeah,
just
no,
had
I
to take your 3DS back.
No, I played it and loved it. I had to take it back because I had to pay my rent
Oh, okay.
because someone left me with all the bills.
Well,
Do you remember? And I had to take like sell it everything pretty much.
fair.
So I didn't have it. But I'd get that and I'd get that's what I do. I'd get a 3DS. I'd get Ocarina of Time, Star Fox, 64. I'd take it back and be like, look at this shit. That. Can you imagine right, okay, I already love Ocarina of Time. I think it's the most amazing looking game in the
Playing
world.
it on your little tiny
On my fucking
analog TV with a SCART.
SCART lead going in.
Do you remember the
playing it.
flick thing that changed TV to AV
Yeah.
for the Mega Drive and the SNES?
Mate, that was on the
And the
N64
N64 as well.
Yeah. And then they released
Wow.
the high def SCART lead cable for it.
Yeah.
It was like 20 quid.
not high def, but
Do you know the GameCube one
revolutionary
fits in the
one.
N64?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Um,
cool.
so
Does it actually work with it?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Imagine seriously. I already think that game looks amazing, right? I already think that like my little.
you're like those water textures are amazing.
I'm like, this is fucking. Look at these graphics, and then beardy old me turns up and's like, "Oi, Palmer, come here.
Like some kind of paedophilic traveller.
What are you buying? What are you selling?"
Flat cap on.
Flat cap,
Flash
fucking
jacket.
flasher jacket. It's like, come here, have a look at this. Mate,
Oh,
after I got over the initial fear, like, and then just sat myself down and be like, look at this, and just, I can't imagine I think my brain would just pop. If I playing it in 3D, do you know what I'd do to myself, right? I'd be like, turn it off 3D and not tell myself about it, and be like, oh yeah, look at this, and then just playing it, being like, oh my god, this is fucking amazing, and then just being like, flick the switch, and just be like, it's also in 3D, and just watch my fucking, just like, oh my god. But younger me would just punch older me in the face, nick it, and go try and make money on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I really would.
Nice.
I really would.
Nice. So, well, if I was going back in time, I would take my iPhone with me or a smartphone, because I think that games have come on so much now. Going back to 14-year-old me, who hasn't, I don't know if GTA 3 was out then, but hasn't actually even seen that game, which revolutionised a lot of things about gaming, I think.
Yeah.
And show him my phone and go, look, just press that little button on the screen. For one, having something with a touch screen would be like, sorry, where's the SS Enterprise at the moment? Parked out back. Like,
Pretend to beam down.
yeah.
Give him an iPhone.
And like it'd be like, press that. Oh, and GTA loads up on your phone.
Mate.
When mobile phones of like 3210 was like the best phone you could get when I was 14.
Snake, mate.
Snake. And you're like, oh yeah, GTA. Yeah, I think, wow, that would have been absolutely mental. And at
That'd be
that time
crazy.
I was probably playing Final Fantasy.
I wouldn't mind taking an iPad down. I'd get a Star Trek soundboard and be like, stand outside the door, turn the volume up, and be like, look at this shit.
In the full uniform.
Yeah, mate. Like,
oh my
just-
god, I knew it was real.
Get a smoke machine and just like do the sound and kick the door open and be like, I've come from the future. Like that. Did it beam up? Oh, mate.
Yeah, I think because games have come on so far now in 12 years,
Yeah.
14 years, that it's just ridiculous. Like, you think back to when you had your NES or your SNES even. I had a friend I used to go round his house, and he had Mario Kart on the SNES,
Yeah.
and that used to hours of occupation. Probably would still now for me, to be honest, but just loved it and thought, this is gaming. This is like the top of what gaming will be. Like when you're playing Sonic,
Yeah.
and you're like, wow, I don't see how games can get better than this.
I thought that was Shenmue.
Really.
When I saw the graphics, I was like, that's it. This is it. Like, you watch it now.
Put the
it's
toys
like-
down. Put the toys down.
Just
we
like
don't, we
that.
don't
Get it.
need it.
This is it.
It didn't even have moving faces.
Yeah, they did. In
Did
Shenmue.
Shenmue have? Oh, it have the little black moving mouth.
No, they didn't have a black mirror. They had proper talking mouse.
Oh wow, that's good.
I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah,
Can't
I
remember
think.
now.
Yeah. I think that when we talk about next gen, I think we've got pretty greedy with gaming.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
We want
expect
everything.
so much from
Yeah,
it,
that's it.
and like whereas when obviously I'm talking through the eyes of a child from when I was 14, like you just thought, I'm happy with what I've got.
But gameplay's been forgotten, I think. Apart from by Nintendo, they no, it's always.
And
But that's,
Japanese companies.
but the thing
apparently.
is, that
all the games we've played that have been good have been Japanese.
yeah, because
Dark Souls and Vanquish.
because their market, they're just like, if it doesn't play well, they'll just be like, fuck you, fuck your game. Like, that's why they don't have any faith in the Xbox or anything. They're just like, no, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't, they have a different, like Shigeru Miyamoto philosophy about it, where it's got to play well first. I've spoken about this before, where most Nintendo games, like the new Zelda, the new Mario, whatever it is, they don't even start off as Zelda or Mario games.
Yeah.
It's just Shigeru Miyamoto will just have like some fucking dream and be like, oh, I've had this really weird thought about
It's talking to a burning bush somewhere.
yeah, what
Coming down
about?
from the mountain
He
top.
can't talk to himself, mate. He's God. He's having a little chat with himself,
wow.
mate. Hey, don't need no burning bush.
Oh wow!
He'll just Shigeru Miyamoto is God. He is God.
What a game!
Tell me one game that he's made that shit.
That's true.
He's the Pixar gaming, mate. But he
Cars.
it was alright. Shigeru didn't make no cars. But he will think of, or his development team or any development team will think of a new way to play, a new idea, and they'll fuck around with it and they'll play with it, and they'll go, oh, this would be a good Mario game, and then obviously they put Mario in it. Like the original Mario Kart wasn't even a Mario game. It was just the normal, you know. I think they actually used
You would
Mario.
catch Sony ripping off Mario Kart with Crash Team Racing, would you?
What do you mean?
Sony ripping off.
Sony
Nintendo
just
things.
ripping off Nintendo, and but then
Crash Team
everyone did.
Racing.
Man. Everyone did. Everyone ripped off Nintendo.
Yeah.
This is the thing that
Even the
cracks me
Star
up.
Wars pod racing.
Even the
ripped Mario Kart off, if you remember that. You got little massive headed Yoda with a pod racer or something.
They just become staple things. And this is the thing that cracks me up. Like, you get people going, "Oh, the new Wii U controller is just an Xbox controller." Well, yeah, I mean,
Is it?
but it's no, not really.
No.
But the thing is, it's gone full circle. Nintendo invented the fucking modern controller. If it wasn't for Nintendo, you wouldn't have an analog stick. If it wasn't for Nintendo, you wouldn't have the B button to go back, which came from Mario Kart. Because if they were finding that kids were getting really angry, because like me, if you chose Yoshi, there was no way to go back to the previous menu. So say we were playing the old SNES one and we're kids,
Yeah.
and you chose Yoshi, then fuck you. We'd have to reset the console. We'd have to reset.
Because you have to be Yoshi.
Yeah, I'm Yoshi, but you could, there was no button to go back.
I'm Wario.
Well, you can be Wario. You can have that. He wasn't in the original, but
Yeah. But
But-
64 was the first one.
no, the N64 one.
Well,
yeah.
I played the SNES one, but I was always Luigi because my mate wanted to be Mario.
But like little things like that, they invented the B button. They invented the handheld. So yeah, it's come full circle. So now it's like Nintendo's stealing off Microsoft. Bullshit, man. Seriously, fuck off. Like just fuck off. No way. It's just come full circle. There's actually a really good photo diagram showing like the evolution of a Nintendo of the controllers, and it starts with Nintendo and it goes back round to Nintendo, and it's really good.
The Wii U.
Oh mate, it's cool.
Yeah, the controls seem cool in the Wii U, I've got to say.
I like that pad, and I also like the gaming pad. The gamer pad's nice.
I can imagine it to be quite a comfortable pad to use while you're just sitting around.
You can use whatever. You can use the
Yeah.
Wii remote. You can use the nunchuck Wii.
Yeah.
You can use whatever. I mean, the five-player COD on one console.
That's
be
awesome. That's not bad.
That's a really good.
If it
thing.
wasn't COD.
If it wasn't COD, yeah. But you can do that with Mario. Five-player Mario. When Mario Kart comes out, five-player Mario Kart. Oh mate, that's gonna be good.
I'd like to see what I really want them to do something quite revolutionary with Mario Kart now, though.
Yeah, I think they will.
I
man.
think with Mario Kart Wii, they didn't do enough. Like
No.
Double Dash, that was a massive.
Did you like
massive
Double Dash?
step up. Yeah, I didn't mind it.
I thought it was quite cool.
I didn't mind it. I see what they were trying to do, but like it can't just be the same game. They have to think, how can we incorporate the controller into it?
The thing is with Nintendo games, I'm really
Galaxy will do something cool.
Yeah.
Super Mario Galaxy or
But the
whatever
thing
they
is-
call it. Well, they won't call it Galaxy. It'll be something.
Every time like when they did that Nintendo Direct, when they started talking about the Zelda franchise,
Mhm.
it scares the shit out of me, because they're like, we're going to completely fucking change it, and you're like, oh mate, don't change it too much, or don't. Do you know what I mean? I get so fucking scared.
You want every single Zelda game to be Ocarina of Time.
But then that'll be dull. And
Yeah.
it'll be shit. Like when I first saw Skyward Sword, I was like, mate, that looks so. It looks cartoony. I don't want it. I don't want to play that. I don't want the motion control. I don't want to. Just give me fucking. And then I played it, and it honestly scared me. I was just like, oh mate, they're fucking up. They're fucking up. And then I played it, and I was like, oh yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's actually really, really good. Amazing. And they're doing better with the storytelling side of Zelda. That
Yeah.
that on emotional level, Skyward Sword was fucking well good, and they used motion controlled actors for the thing as well. So it looked phenomenal. It was absolutely amazing. But that's what
Imagine
Nintendo were
that
good
in,
at.
like, HD on the Wii U.
Oh mate, don't even get me started. But I'm worried. They started talking about two things are going to be turning it on his head. One, to complete the dungeons in a certain order, and two, cooperative play. Oh man,
One plays as Navi, one plays as Link.
just don't make it online.
And you have like a "Hey you" button.
Oh,
It's
man.
Navi.
If anyone fucking
That's the
pressing
idea.
that, hey you.
Hey, just to repeat.
Well, that's the other thing I was talking about. I will say about Skyward Sword. Fee, the Navi of that game, mate, she's annoying.
More than Navi.
I wish you could just turn her off. I don't know why they didn't put an option in there to be like, right, I'm a seasoned gamer. I don't need to know this shit.
Is it
Turn
tutorial? Is
off.
she a tutorial?
She
Or
is.
does she go to certain objects?
Mate, she goes like this, right? You know how your batteries run out on the controller? She'll be there, like, if she got low batteries, she'd be like,
Pointing at
she'll
the
be
screen.
she's like, your batteries are low. You're like, yeah, I know, bitch. She's like,
Stop shaking the controller then.
I'll wait until it runs out. Like, don't. Oh, it's just so annoying. You think, I'm gonna go. It robs you of discoveries, which is really annoying. So like, you'd be like, all right, so I've got to go over there, do that and that, and then she go, dun dun dun. It comes up, and she's like, oh, did you know if you go over there and do that, then you can do that? And you're like, bitch, I know.
But then I didn't like the wolf part in Twilight Princess.
No one likes the wolf part. No one likes the
Why
wolf
am I
part.
playing as a wolf?
The thing is, though, everyone like, if you play that game, the first 2 hours are not very good.
They're the hardest ones to get through on that game.
Get ready.
If you tell anyone play Twilight Princess
Yeah.
on the Wii, they'll go and play it for an hour and they'll be like, why am I playing this game?
No, you've got to make it past the 2
Yeah.
hours. Make it past the 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours, depending on how good you are. Past the first temple, then it opens up and it's a fucking amazing game. It is an amazing game. It's good. It is a good
I
game.
haven't played Majora's Mask, but I have completed it.
I'm completing it again. I'm doing it again because
Twilight
I
Princess.
the first time I played it was it's nearly like 7 years ago, and I've forgotten most of it, and I didn't do any of the side quests because there's like there's this tavern where there's like conspiracy people who are like trying to assassinate someone. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And I never even tried that
Wow.
bit, so I want to
The
really want to
darker
get
side
into
of
it.
Zelda.
It was a very good game. It was a good game.
Awesome.
Cool. Right.
We're at the end now.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No.
No. We're all good.
Dark Souls 2.
We're gonna. Oh yeah, Dark Souls 2. That does it good.
Dark Souls 1.
Dino Crisis.
Well, Dark Souls 1 taking my life
Dark
away
Souls.
from me slowly, it feels. Today,
Mate,
oh my word.
you killed one of the boss people.
So I said yesterday about the bosses I spent 5 hours trying to kill. I've since then tried to grind to get some levels, and I tried to fight them again. I managed to kill 1 out of 2, but then the other one becomes like a super boss.
Yeah.
I have no health left or potions, and I just die.
Yeah,
So, buy Dark Souls.
it's very hard,
Yeah,
It's
it's
very hard.
ridiculously hard.
but it's good, and it's hard in a good way. Stop being a pussy and just go out and buy it. You will love it.
Yeah.
It's awesome. We're gonna watch the making of now because I found
We are
it.
going to go and watch the making of.
Because I found it.
It's probably on YouTube.
No, fuck YouTube. Actually, no, don't. Love it. Love YouTube.
Love this particular podcast.
And look, I've got the soundtrack, mate.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'll be back for another one in the future. I definitely want to be.
Yeah, we're gonna once I move to a more affluent area and get some decent internet. But we're gonna try and do it with the Skype, won't we?
Yeah, we're going to
Try and get the Skype one. We'll see how that
I'm
goes.
2 hours away, so
Try and get the Skype.
can't just pop down the road.
He could if he made the effort.
If I wanted to.
If he wanted to, but
Yeah. So, cheers.
yeah, thank you very much.
Cheers. Awesome.
Cheers for coming on the show there, buddy.
Yeah. Keep it real.
We loved it. Keep it
Yeah.
real.
Cheers.
Cool. Till next time. We'll be Ryan next time, and I'm gonna whip him into shape because you've set a precedent now.
Really?
You set a precedent. Structured. They had structured things, and it was good. So
Awesome.
Ryan, if you're listening, learn, you bum.
I've just turned up and revolutionised the world of YouTube.
Rocked it.
podcasts.
You've rocked
Imagineers,
it.
Dreamweavers.
Dreamweavers.
See you later.
Dibby dabby. Catch you later.